Hey everybody, welcome back to another great episode of What's Up Wednesday. I'm Todd Buckman, loan officer with Standard Mortgage. This is Miss Emily Comeaux with eXp Realty.
Hey everybody.
We are out here on a cattle ranch in North Texas, and we thought this would be the perfect episode to talk about rural development. I'll turn it over to Miss Emily Comeaux.
All right, guys. So rural development is one of those government loans that you can get for 0% down. However, I'm going to talk about it from a real estate standpoint. The house has to qualify for rural development, which means it has to be considered a rural area. So basically that's just outside of the city limits, pretty much. And it has to be your primary residence. You can't use it for an investment property, and it can't be used for a mobile home either. So that's pretty much it. And it has to be, everything has to pretty much be up to code in the house as far as like the electrical and everything. The foundation has to be good. It has to be easily accessible. There's a few rules that the home has to meet. But the main part of rural development is the financing side of it.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, when people look at rural development, they think 0% down, I'm getting into a house with no money down. Please remember that any property that you invest in is always going to have closing costs. So yeah, it's 0% down towards the house, but you're going to have an additional probably $6,000 in closing costs. How do you get around that? With rural development, you can always take 3% of the sales price and apply that towards your closing costs. So let's say you're looking at a house for $200,000. 3% of that is $6,000. As long as the seller agrees to pay that, that covers your closing costs. So that's a big one.
Seller paid concessions.
Exactly,
yes.
Exactly. Other things to take into account, you know, typically you're wanting a 640 credit score, somewhere around there. But just bear in mind that just because you have a 640 doesn't mean you should just put off getting pre-approved for your RD loan, because a 640, it's kind of like going into a college that requires a high school diploma. You know, it's like, yeah, you've got a high school diploma, but that's not all they look at. There's other things like good income, good credit, other factors in play. You might have too much income, you know, like in most places in Louisiana, for a family of 2 to 4, you're looking at about $84,000 to get qualified. You know, if you're above that, you won't qualify for RD. So get with me as your lender, and there's a lot we've got to go over to make sure you qualify.
Yes, and if you see a house that you like and you want to know if it's in an eligible area, give me a shout, and I can pull it up and I can let you know if it qualifies for rural development.
Absolutely.
So yes, guys, I think that's all we have for you today.
It's very cold out here.
It's freezing out here. It's 20 degrees.
Right.
So happy Mardi Gras week. I hope you guys had a good Mardi Gras yesterday. Yep. Go to our What's Up Wednesday YouTube page and subscribe.
Absolutely. Oh, and a couple of local shout outs.
Yeah. Number
one, we always have to thank the great Good Barrel Media. Without them, we would just be a couple of people with a cell phone talking about real estate. So. And then our big great local shout out is to the Simmons Group this week. They handle insurance, all your insurance needs. If you need a great quote on a home, then please, by all means, contact the Simmons Group. It's a good friend of mine. He's a veteran, and he knows what he's doing. So please reach out to them for your insurance needs.
All right, guys. Bye.
Take care. It's freezing.